Oh, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. Has a lot more energy than I typically have on these. A little change of scenery today. There were people outside with chainsaws near my sweet little park bench. So I decided that it's probably not the best background sound. That said, we've got a lot to talk about today. I've got a couple fun little notes, and I'm excited for this one. So, firstly, I want to talk about criticism. And specifically, criticism upon others. So basically, I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie yesterday morning, or maybe yesterday afternoon. And even in the first chapter, I was genuinely brought to tears. Now, if you know me, I'm a pretty emotional guy. Like I can't watch Moana. I can't watch that shit because I will cry. And whenever the grandma turns into a stingray, chopped completely. So, there were just some really interesting things that were said in that first chapter. And there was actually an essay. I think it was an essay, maybe just a small story, small poem, however you want to say it. I'm actually going to link it. That's right. I'm going to link something to my YouTube, which is new and improving. I think that's an improvement in general. But I'm going to link a small essay that you ought to give a read because I think that it is very, very good. And it did bring me to tears. So there's that. Now, on criticism. Here's the thing about criticism, okay? We are emotionally driven humans, right? We do not base off logic. We do things off emotion and then justify with logic. So when you criticize someone or you are critical of someone else, that is more or less just negative reinforcement. I think this is the right term. But it's a zero-sum game. Being critical over someone else is a zero-sum game. And the only person that you should be critical upon is yourself. Now, that said, that does not mean to sit there and be critical to the point that you are deteriorating yourself or damaging yourself, but critical in regards to how can we improve. And plus, here's the thing, being critical upon yourself, that is way more profitable in life than being critical on someone else. It's so much easier to change yourself than change someone else. And there's actually a Confucius quote that I wanted to say on here out loud. And it's, don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. And that is just a very strong quote because it is very easy to judge someone else for their snowy roof before cleaning your own. So clean up your own mess. Clean up your own mess and improve yourself. Don't really worry about improving someone else or being critical of someone else because that, oh yeah, what are you gonna do about that? What are you gonna do about that belch? I'm not gonna do shit. That criticism towards someone else is zero sum. Critical on yourself is improvement. If done correctly, don't hurt yourself. Now I want to talk about a couple times in history where criticism was negatively affecting and kind of give you a gist on why I'm saying all these things. So, 1842, okay, Abe Lincoln, our guy, Honest Abe. Shout out Abe Lincoln, okay? Pennyman, Pennywise. Before Lincoln was president, he was a practicing lawyer, okay? And what Lincoln would do is he would literally publish articles or publish letters in the newspaper to be distributed that was more or less just a roast, just putting his opponent in the hot seat, okay? And he would do this throughout whenever he was a prosecutor, whatever. And he actually did one for an opponent named James Shields. And this is just crazy to me. Lincoln basically roasted, he said, boom, get roasted to James Shields. And James Shields became the laughingstock of the town. He got roasted, get shit on, and Lincoln just pretty much threw up 2 middle fingers. James Shields pulled up on Lincoln with a horse. Literally, basically saw that article, saw the reaction from the public, and said, fuck that, I'm not playing games. I'm not playing games with you, Abe. And he went, pulled up on Lincoln on a horse, and was like, we are dueling this out. Pick your weapon. Pick your fucking weapon and meet me outside. So Lincoln, obviously this is the dueling back then was not like, you get in a fist fight and someone videos it. This is like to the death. Like James Shields was like, one of us is gonna die and I am praying that it's you. So Lincoln, being longer and taller, he picked the cavalry broadsword as his weapon of choice, and he trained with a West Point grad and blah, blah, blah. Seconds before the duel, something happened, and the duel didn't end up happening. Okay, but that taught Lincoln a very, very important lesson on being critical of others. Lincoln then went on to not be critical towards other people, at least in public, or maybe to himself he might get critical of someone, but there was a time in the war, the Civil War, I think, where they had General Lee pinned up in the corner, pretty much in the corner of the room, and they had the gang on him, okay? The gang was sliding, and the general for Lincoln did not attack. Didn't attack. I think his name was something Meade. Meade did not attack even after Lincoln requested, could not get them to attack, And Lincoln's like, what the fuck? Like, why would you not attack? And then there's a moment of reflectance from Lincoln. It's like, this was one of the most goriest, most brutal, most war cry, screaming, miserable times that this general of mine could have went through. And, it was probably really difficult for him to just get his troops and say, one more time. After they just lost their friends, after they might have lost brothers, after they might have lost, all of their comrades, pretty much. Hard to get someone to battle after that. I mean, they just went through blood and gore for days, and they're in the last quarter, and he did not attack Lee when they had him pinned, and the war continued on. So Lincoln wrote a letter to Meade, and was more or less like, bro, you were chopped. This war is going to go on for another X amount of time, and it's because of your actions, you goober. Okay. When Lincoln died, they actually found the letter that he wrote to Meade in his room, and it's because he never sent it to Meade. So that's a practice too. Is if you have something to get off your mind that you have to say about someone else, maybe write it down. Write it down and get pissed off about it. Truly, get pissed off, and then throw it away. Never see it again. Excuse me for those, by the way. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but this is my YouTube channel. So, anyway, don't be critical of others. Be only critical of yourself, because that is where you can find self-improvement. Another story on the same thing. Mark Twain used to write out hella letters to people who he just thought were goobers, okay? And what's funny is he would write these, and he'd say their brain's mush, like try to comprehend with your mashed potato brain, you goober. And his wife would then lift the letters out of the mail and never get them sent. And who knows how much that saved Mark Twain. Hard to tell. And what a ride or die wife there. Good shit from Mark Twain's wife. Anywho, don't be critical on others. Be critical of yourself. That's so much more profitable. Okay? Next thing is, please go call your Mimi, go call your grandpa, go call your Popeye, go call your mamaw, whoever. Go call a grandparent. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling happy, share a moment with them. Because I'm telling you what, that is a great little fun thing to do. And you know how much joy they get seeing your phone number come through their screen, wanting to say words to them. Very powerful stuff you can do there. Check in on them. You never know when the last time you're going to talk to them is. I know it's a little bit morbid, but you want to talk to your people. So go talk to your people. Check in on them. See how they're doing. Are they still crocheting? Are they still playing shuffleboard? Did they make any new friends at the retirement home? They get a boyfriend. Who knows? Point being, check on your people. Call your mom, call your dad, call a family member. And if you hate a family member or you're despising a family member, you need to get that off your chest and forgive them. Because that type of angst will literally build up in your body and chop you up. Chop you up. So, do that. Next thing, we're getting a little philosophical today. And after yesterday's mid video, I was like, let's try to drop a little bit of knowledge. And by no means am I any expert in the words I'm saying right now. This is simply what I've read out of a book from chapter 1. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt, do your own research, and be your own person. Suffering is good. You need to suffer, but not suffer for no reason. Like, for example, this YouTube channel that I've started and continued on, I think this is episode 4. I don't want to keep count. I know that these are garbage. There's no editing. There's no cuts. There's no explosion transition. I don't think I want that right now. I can't do that. And I don't want to spend time trying to make this something that it's not. This is what it is. It is me saying words into a camera for your entertainment. That's all it is, okay? But I know these suck. And I'm gonna suffer for a minute. Being shitty at this. Literally shit. Literally dog water, rice water, cooked, chopped, souffled. I'm not good at doing YouTube yet. Not good at making videos yet. But that's not the point. By the time I get to the 1,000th one of this, could you imagine? It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be great. Okay, so I'm cool with suffering because I can see that end goal of when I have people looking forward to this video, dropping in the afternoon, dropping in the next day, of me saying words. I look forward to that. And I'm willing to suffer. I'm willing to suffer for that entertainment for you. I just thought about tan lines. Tan line season's over, but what is the deal? What is the deal with a tan line? Why is that so freaking awesome? A tan line will just set you free. Gotta love a tan line. Gotta love a tan line. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does. It sets you off, but man, that is fun. That is a fun thing. Tan lines are fun. Tan lines are fun. Actually, I had a special guest. We have a special guest appearance Saturday morning. We have a special guest Saturday. First special guest on the series. So that's fun. Look forward to that. I'm not going to announce them yet. I'll let them announce themselves when they show up and they're here. But I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite people on the planet. It truly is. Another thing, too, that just happened. So if you have a friend that maybe they moved towns, moved cities, moved a few hours away, and you're in that town or you're in that city, give them a call. Give them a call and go have a snack with them. Go chat with them. Go hang out with them for a minute. One of my best friends has popped in from another town over. Hadn't seen him for, I don't know, some time. Not super long, but that's egregious. I need to stop doing that on camera. That can't be flattering. Anyway, stopped in and called me and said, hey, I'm actually going to be in your town in 20 minutes. What are you doing? You know how pumped I got to get that phone call? I was so excited that someone called and thought, oh, he lives here. Let me call him and see what he's up to. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. So, point being, when you're in a town and you know a friend's in that town, give them a call and check in on them. It's good to check in on your people. We actually didn't even get up this morning until probably 10:30, which is egregious. I couldn't go to bed till 2. But I had also, this is a little bit different of an episode. I dropped some philosophical on you involuntarily. I hope you enjoyed that. Also talked about tan lines, which that is just I mean, what do you know? I'm not sure how long this video is, but I feel like I covered a lot pretty early there, which I enjoyed. I didn't get to save the first words of the day for this video. I've said so many words already today, and I enjoyed saying those words. I enjoyed saying these words, and I hope you enjoyed hearing them. And I hope that there is something, anything that you can pick up from what I'm doing and what I'm saying. I'm just here being a person. Being a person on camera. Let it go. Let it go. Don't worry about being cringy. Don't worry about being judged. Just do it. Way more fun that way. Trust me. I've only been doing it for a few days and it feels great. Sparkling water. You gotta enjoy a little sparkling water. You're not tired of the same old. Have a little luxury in your life. It's like they're cheap as could be, and it's not a soda, 0 calories. Go have a sparkling water with a little lime in there. It's my favorite. Love a lime club soda, vodka club soda, lime juice. Probably gonna have about 30 of those on Saturday. But yeah, go call somebody. Go call somebody you miss. Forgive somebody that you hate. Let that shit off your chest and let it go. Let it go. Closing remarks here. Here they are. Nope. Still got nothing. Till next time.